This is how we do it. Good morning. It is Friday. That light is so bright. It's so awkward. I am here in Nashville and it's a little bit of a rainy day, but I'm excited to be here. And we've been talking about accountability this week, and we're going to talk about accountability of your dreams. But first, I did a little fun fact checking, and today is National Making Life Beautiful Day. How nice is that? I'm not making this up. I went on what is today, and today is National Making Life Beautiful Day. So it's also National Corn on the Cob Day, as well as National German Chocolate Cake Day. That sounds like a party to me. I could do with some corn on the cob and German chocolate cake. So I just made maybe some coffee. Boy, it really does make a difference, the nice camera that I have at home versus my this native one that comes with my laptop. Anyway, cheers to it being Friday. It has been a fabulous week. And speaking of fabulous, I wanted to talk about, I don't get paid for these things. I just wanted to share them because I'm all sharing is caring. Have you seen these? These scared the daylights out of me because I thought there's no way my hair's not going to get all twisted up and funky in these things. But I actually quite like it. So I don't get this like super weird kink in my hair, and it kind of gives like a nice natural little wave thing going on. So let's see if we can do something with this, make a little hairdo. Anyway, voila. So anyway, just a little plug for these things if you're scared like I was. But I love these things. I will say for running, I don't think that they're the best, but that's really bright, isn't it? Ooh, that's kind of romantic. That definitely changed some colors. But I will say that for running, they're not the best support, but if you're just throwing it up, whatever, these things are great. So that's what I got. The other thing that I found out, I don't know why I have all these fun facts this morning, but I was looking at the news, and there was a nun, and she got put in jail for embezzling $834,000, almost $1 million. I thought, oh my gosh, and she's 79 years old. So anyway, what a weird day. It's National German Chocolate Cake Day. It's celebrate your hair tie, and it's don't embezzle $1 million when you're a nun and go to jail at 79. Those are all the lessons and the learnings from today. We're going to talk about chasing your dreams. As I mentioned, I'm here in Nashville. And today is a big day for me. So I work for a magazine called Recovery Today Magazine, and I bring stories of strength and hope. And today I'm interviewing someone that I will make mention of who it is after the interview goes live. But it is a singer-songwriter out here. And when I heard the lyrics to his song, I came unglued, and I said, okay, this is someone that I need to interview for the magazine. But who is Jen Sugarmeyer? I mean, really, who am I? How am I going to get this guy who is a singer, songwriter, who lives in Nashville? How am I going to make all of this happen? And the truth is, I was tenacious about it. And I went after all the social medias, all the website, everything that I could find. And when we want something so badly, and we talk about on the show, we talk about our why and connecting with our why. And when we know why we're going after something, it starts this fire within us. That fire just doesn't happen. Have you ever been to that job and it's just like, ugh, or you wake up in the morning? This is how you know. You wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I have to go to work. I wake up in the morning now and I get to come and talk with you. And that excites me. It takes me about 10 minutes to get out of bed. I'll be honest. I don't just pop out and like, ta-da, let's do the thing. Like I have to realize my body is still awake. I go through that. I wake up early, but it doesn't mean that I naturally am up and bubbly at that time. So it takes me a little bit. But after I get out of bed, the first thing I start doing is I start thinking about the content that I want to talk for the show, because believe it or not, I'm actually looking to see if it's national, I got to check to make sure if it's National Corn on the Cob Day or not. I mean, that takes some work. So, although I'm teasing, but I think about what it is, and I get excited about What do I want to talk about? What's the message that I want to bring? What is the takeaway that I want you to take from this? How do I want you to feel? What are the stories that will relate to what we're going to talk about? And I get excited about it because I know my why. My why for getting up every single morning and turning this on and going through this whole process is because I want you to be motivated for your life, motivated for your day, motivated for your future. There's so much that starts at the beginning of the day. I mean, we can set our day off on the right foot if we just get in that right mind space. And so when I wake up in the morning, it's not like going to that job before where I was like, oh, why am I doing this? And I said that for many, many years. I'm going to try this hotel coffee. I made it here in my hotel room. It's not great. But for many years, that was me. I woke up and I was like, ugh, I don't like this job. Why am I here? And I worked out in the morning and I would get at least my body right and I would feel good about that. But I wasn't connected to why I was getting up every single morning and doing what I was doing. And at some point in my life, I made that transition to say, okay, what is it truly? What is my spiritual vision? And I had to get quiet and I had to listen to what it was. And whether now it's writing for the magazine, that's come up in my life. It's this show, it's my podcast, it's my life coaching. I mean, I work with individuals and help them become the best version of themselves, get out of that mode of existing and back into living, because let's face it, life is too short. Maybe you have that awesome career and you want your career to match your life. Or maybe you're like, I work really hard. Why does my personal life suck? I want my work life to be cool too, whatever that is. But life doesn't happen by chance, it happens by choice. And that's why we have to take accountability. Because we are the only ones that are responsible for our future. And I don't know about you, but what scares me more than anything is waking up when I'm 80 years old and realizing that I wasted all that time. So I'm a recovering addict. And for so many years, I felt like I was a prisoner in my own body. And it is one of the worst feelings. And I remember having this conversation. I went and tried therapy a couple times. And I remember, I think I made it 2 sessions, maybe with each. And each time, the first thing I said was, I am wasting all of this potential. I knew I was, but I didn't know how to break out of it. I tried for 10 years. I was going through the motions. I just used the word try, by the way. I did what I thought was my best for 10 years, but I was going after the wrong thing. That's a whole nother discussion. And that's actually what I help my clients do, not so much in the alcohol space. But what we think is our problem is not our problem. It's just a symptom. We need to connect to ourselves. And that's what I help with. But I knew I was wasting potential because there's so much that I have to give to the world. And guess what? You are here for a purpose. You are here for a reason. And I don't know what it is. And you might not even know what it is, but there's a reason. If you woke up today, there's a reason. Not everybody had that luxury. Some people thought they were going to wake up today, and guess what? They didn't. Today is the only day that we can make an impact on. And what we start today will determine our future. We start laying the bricks. It's like a foundation. It's a building. It's just one at a time. And sometimes maybe we get started on things and we think, oh, I'm going to get results tomorrow. And it doesn't work that way because it is that one step at a time. And in order to keep us going, to keep us motivated, we need to remember that why. Why are we doing this? Becoming an entrepreneur has been, is one of the craziest journeys I've ever been on. No one prepared me for what this world was going to look like. Literally, every single day is something new. You feel like you have 1,000 jobs. It's here, it's there. You got to know how to do all the things. You're out there hustling for yourself, for the life that you want. And sometimes for very little pay, knowing that if you keep working hard, that the money will come. And how do we stay motivated every single day? Yeah, there are many days I wake up and I'll be honest, don't make a penny. That's just how it is. How do I stay motivated? How do I take accountability for my life and say, I am the only one that's responsible for my future, and I'm going to go after it? How do I do that even when maybe the paycheck doesn't look like what I want it to, or where I am isn't where I want to be? And it's connecting to that why. It's remembering that life doesn't happen by chance. And if I want something so badly, I have to keep going for it. And it's not always easy. No one ever said it was going to be easy, but they said it would be worth it. I'm here in Nashville because I wanted something so badly. I heard this song, and when I understood the meaning behind it, unglued. Like I literally, tears, just like that like almost ugly cry, where you're just like, oh, that was me. And I heard it and I made a decision in that moment. I said, I am going to interview this singer. I will. And guess what? Today I am. And it wasn't as easy as just like make a phone call. No, I had to coordinate getting a videographer. We have to talk about sound, all of the things. Is this person going to sing a song during the interview? How is that going to work? What are the things to say? What not to say? I had to coordinate getting up here, just everything, tons of steps. But I wanted it so badly because it's a message that not just I connect with, but everybody in this world can connect with the message that this individual can bring. Doesn't matter what your history, past, anything. It's a message of strength and hope, and that's what I bring to this magazine, stories of strength and hope, and that's it. But it was so powerful, I had to go after it. What in your life is in your gut that you say, I just want it so badly that you don't want to stop? You don't want to stop. You want that thing. You see it. It's almost like you can reach out. You're like, I know it's there. What is that? What is that thing that when you are 80 years old, that if you don't start laying the foundation today and going after it, that you're going to say, I wonder if? I don't want anyone in this life to have any regrets. I think that's one of the loneliest things. And this sounds a little dark, but they say if you want to go see where dreams are, go to the graveyard, because that's where so many dreams go. They're with us and we never execute on them. And we die before we ever get to. And what stops us? Fear. Yeah, we talked about fear here a few weeks ago. Fear is huge. We talked about taking responsibility this week and why it's so hard for us to take responsibility sometimes, because we have this fear of, well, what are people going to say? What are they going to think about us? Is this going to tarnish my reputation? What if I fail? Which, again, we removed from our vocabulary, so that doesn't exist and you don't have to worry about it because it's a life lesson or a course correction. So you're welcome, no failing. But there is something that keeps us. What you want is on the other side of fear. And we have to engage the 6 inches in between our ears and say, you know what? There is no failure. My reputation for what? Trying? If someone's going to laugh at me, going to point fingers at me for going out and starting a business, and maybe it doesn't work out the way that I think it's going to, but I've learned and I've grown and I'm better, then are those people that I even want in my life? No, I don't know about you, but I have had to assess my friend circle many times. And I am very strategic where I spend my time these days. I am not interested in people that are gossiping, people that are starting rumors, people that are all up in each other's business. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in women supporting women, men supporting women, women supporting men. I'm interested in supporting each other. And when I've had a bad day, someone just saying, Jen, it's okay. You can do this. Those are the type of people that I want to surround myself by. So if you have the wrong group around you, maybe that's part of the problem that needs to be addressed. Because who you surround yourself with matters. It's like you are what you eat. Look at your friend circle. Is that how you want to be identified? Are those the people that are going to raise you up on those hard days? Think about that. Everything in your life is a choice. You have to be accountable for everything. That's what we've been talking about all week long, accountability. And it's not just the things that you do, it's the people that are in your life. It's the people, it's the places, it's the things. I just went down to go get a legit cup of coffee, not this thing, but it was 10 minutes. So I always, before I get the little icon ready and I fill out the little subject line and I do all the things. This is for the little YouTube when you go live. So I'm filling all this stuff out and I said, okay, great. I had 10 minutes. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee. That's great. And in that moment, I thought, okay, Jen, there is a potential for your keys. You know, they just give you those keys and you wave them and you hope they work, but sometimes they don't. You got to go back down to the front desk and you're like, my key's not working, you know, because it's just this little piece of plastic that they keep reusing. And I did. And so I took both keys. That was my backup plan, just in case one key doesn't work. So I took both keys down with me. But in my mind, I thought, Jen, the show is going live in 10 minutes. You need to be back in 10. And you are responsible for if these keys don't work. Is it my fault if the keys don't work? No, but it's my responsibility to be here at 6 o'clock. So I could stay in this room or I could go down. And I thought, okay, I think I can do it with 10 minutes. Even if there's a little faux pas, I could still do this. I got long legs. I can run quickly. That's what taking responsibility is all about. And the conversation that the person wanted to have, the little lady at the desk that wanted to have with me, it's my responsibility to cut that off on time. It's my responsibility to get back in the elevator or take the stairs or do whatever and get back up here on time. It's just accountability. It's responsibility. And I'm the only one that owns it for me. You're the only one that owns it for you. And so today we're ending this week on accountability, responsibility. Today I want to talk I want you to think about your future, your dreams. What I want that. Think about that why, so that why can fuel you. You have to have that fuel on the outside, the fuel on the inside. The fuel on the outside, it doesn't make you move. It's there and you get energized by it, but the fuel from the inside propels you. So what is that? Start taking ownership and accountability. So what is that for you? So don't forget, today is National Making Life beautiful day. So go do something that makes life beautiful. Message me. Let me know how that goes. This is Higher in Heels, and we are here every single day at 6 a.m. Central Time. You can watch this at any time. This is about getting intentional with our lives. I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to share this with your friends because, ladies, this show is for you. It is about getting you in a amazing mindset, that intentional mindset where you go kick butt for the day, for the week, and lay each brick at a time. You start getting that solid foundation and say, you know what? I am going to go chase my dreams. Thank you, Jen and community. We are building a community. This is a movement. I want to see women in leadership at levels like we've never seen before. So I want you to like, I want you to subscribe, and go out to higherinheels.com. Make sure that you get a free download of the magazine, and we'll see you back here on Monday. I'm going to enjoy this today, the interview, because it was a lot of work. So I'm going to celebrate. So we're coming up. That's right, ladies. We want the world to know. We're going to let it show. Yes. Yes, queens. We're coming up. We want the world to know. We're going to let it show. Go do something this weekend for you. Self-care Saturday. Go make it happen. Love you. See you Monday. Cheers.